Let me ask you something personal. Do you enjoy a cold beer every evening after dinner? Maybe it's your little ritual, the sound of the cap popping, the first sip after a long day. And you've probably heard people say, a beer a day keeps the doctor away. But does it really? Today, we're uncovering exactly what happens inside your body when you drink beer every single day after 60. Both the surprising benefits and the hidden dangers that doctors want you to know. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and where you're watching from. We're reading every single one, so drop your comment below. Part 1. The myth of the healthy beer. For years, studies have claimed that moderate drinking, especially beer or red wine, is linked to better heart health. In the 1990s, researchers noticed that people who drank small amounts of alcohol had fewer heart attacks than those who didn't drink at all. The conclusion: alcohol in small doses must be good for your heart. But there's a big problem with that logic. Those studies didn't separate younger adults from older adults. By the time you hit 60 or 70, your metabolism, liver function, and muscle mass are completely different. Your body processes alcohol 30% slower, and you have less water in your system. So that one beer that felt light in your 40s can hit much harder in your 70s, even if it's the same amount.
After 60, your liver doesn't just process alcohol slower, it recovers slower. What was safe once can quietly become harmful.
So yes, beer can contain heart-friendly compounds, but for seniors, the risks start to outweigh the rewards. Part 2. How beer affects your brain and memory. Let's talk about your brain, because this is one of the most overlooked effects. You might not feel it immediately, but long-term daily drinking, even just one beer, changes how your brain cells communicate. It slows reaction time, reduces focus, and in older adults can accelerate memory loss. A major study from the University of Pennsylvania found that drinking the equivalent of one beer a day was linked to a measurable reduction in brain volume, even in people who didn't feel tipsy. That might sound small, but brain shrinkage can increase your risk of dementia and Alzheimer's over time. Meet George, age 72.
I only had one beer with dinner, every night. I thought it was helping me relax, but I started forgetting names, missing appointments. I just thought it was aging.
When George stopped drinking beer for just 6 weeks, he said,
It felt like the fog lifted. My head was clearer, my sleep improved, and my energy came back.
That's the power of letting your brain rest. Even a small break can make a big difference. Part 3. What beer does to your liver. After 60. Your liver is your body's natural detox machine. It filters everything, from medications to alcohol to toxins in your food. But after 60, liver function naturally slows down. So when you drink a beer daily, your liver has less downtime to recover. Even if you never drink heavily, this can lead to fatty liver, where fat builds up in your liver cells and makes it less efficient.
At 70, your liver is like a sponge that's been used for decades. It still works, but it can't soak up everything like before.
Each beer contains ethanol, which your liver must break down using enzymes. In the process, it creates a byproduct called acetaldehyde, a toxic compound that damages liver cells over time. You might not feel sick, but early warning signs include morning fatigue, bloating, mild nausea after meals, itchy skin or yellowish eyes. These can appear even with moderate drinking, and they're often mistaken for just aging. The good news? Your liver can regenerate, even after years of mild alcohol stress, if you give it breaks. Switching to alcohol-free beer or cutting your beer nights in half can make a dramatic difference in just weeks. Part 4. The medication trap. Hidden interactions. This is a big one for seniors. If you take blood pressure pills, diabetes medication, pain relievers, cholesterol meds, or sleep aids, beer can quietly interfere with how they work. Here's why. Alcohol increases blood flow to your stomach and liver, which changes how your body absorbs medicine. That can make drugs work too strongly, or not at all. For example, blood pressure meds, plus beer, dizziness, fainting, or irregular heartbeats, painkillers, plus beer, stomach bleeding or ulcers, diabetes meds, plus beer. dangerously low blood sugar. Meet Rose, 68. She loved her half beer with dinner every night. It helped her digest. But she also took medication for arthritis and high blood pressure. After a few months, she started feeling weak and nauseous. Her doctor realized her beer was intensifying her medication's side effects. She switched to herbal tea at night, and the symptoms disappeared completely. So if you're on daily medication, even light drinking can become a silent risk factor. Part 5. The dehydration problem. Beer feels refreshing, but it actually dehydrates you. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it tells your kidneys to release more fluid. So after a beer, you lose more water than you drink. Now for younger people, this isn't a huge issue. But for seniors, it's serious. After 65, your thirst response weakens. That means you can be dehydrated and not even realize it. Signs include dry mouth or lips, dizziness, constipation, fatigue, confusion, or balance issues. And guess what? Even mild dehydration can cause memory problems that mimic dementia symptoms in older adults. So the next time you reach for a beer on a warm day, remember, it's not quenching your thirst, it's actually making you thirstier. Safer options? Alcohol-free beer, sparkling water with lemon ginger, or malt drinks without alcohol. They satisfy the same craving, without robbing your body of hydration. Part 6. The sleep myth. So many seniors tell me, beer helps me sleep. And yes, it might help you fall asleep faster, but it ruins your sleep quality. Alcohol shortens REM sleep, the deep dream-filled stage that restores your brain and body. That's why people who drink beer nightly often wake up tired, even after 8 hours in bed. As we age, natural melatonin levels drop. Alcohol lowers them even more, making true rest harder to achieve. Instead of beer, try chamomile or valerian tea, warm milk, soft music before bed, breathing exercises. Part 7. The good in beer. But with a catch. Let's be fair, beer isn't all bad. It contains B vitamins, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants like polyphenols, which can support heart health and blood circulation. In moderation, these nutrients may help relax blood vessels, support bone density, aid digestion from yeast and barley. However, these benefits mostly come from beer's natural ingredients, not the alcohol itself. You can get the same, or better, benefits from whole grains, leafy greens, berries, and tea, vitamin B supplements. And here's something few people know. Non-alcoholic beers often retain these nutrients without the downsides of ethanol. So if you love the taste or the ritual, switch to 0.0% versions. Your heart won't know the difference, but your liver will thank you. Part 8. Balance, weight, and digestion. Every beer adds around 150 calories to your daily total. That may not sound like much, but that's over 54,000 calories per year. That's about 15 pounds of weight gain, even if your diet doesn't change. And extra weight affects more than appearance. It puts pressure on your knees, your heart, and your blood sugar control. Beer also increases stomach acid, which can worsen acid reflux or indigestion, two issues that already become more common with age. So if you're experiencing bloating, heartburn, or belly fat that won't go away, even one daily beer could be part of the problem. Try replacing it with sparkling mineral water, homemade kombucha, a light evening walk, which gives you that same relaxing feeling.